Welcome back to Project Buddy. So today we've got another project in the camper. As you know, we changed the skylights. I didn't do the video on the second one because I already did one of them and it was basically the same thing. So in the bathroom where that leak was, there was some water that damaged some of the paneling. So my project is to take that paneling out and replace it with new paneling, and to replace any wood that I think is weather, water damaged, whatever. So that's what I'm going to start working on, and I'll show you where I am so far. So this is what I've got so far. So I just I took the panel off the skylight. So what I plan to do is to come back a little farther and cut out a piece. I'm thinking of doing it angled. And to try to cover like what the frame is on the bathroom shower area. So you might be able to sort of see it sort of angled. So I'm trying to make it where I can do it that way. So my first job is I need to get this paneling down. They put it into two different sections here, so I'm gonna get one down, and then I can assess more. I think I know what needs to be replaced and what doesn't. And then I'll figure out the dimension for the other one. So this is just like a lovely job to do inside because it's going to be 91 degrees and really humid in Ohio today. So this is a good day to be in the air conditioning. So I'm going to show you where I'm starting out. So I'm going to remove this light because I made a line over here and I need to sort of join it with over here somewhere. So there might be some overlapping of where stuff is, but this will also help me to know what kind of boards are under there. And I'm going to have to piece some stuff together probably, or add some extra boards in areas. So here's the light down. I'm just going to clip these wires and I'll put new butt splices on it. I'm not feeling any boards behind there, and that's a pretty light light, so no pun intended. So that way I can, it just goes right into the paneling. So I've got my line done, and they'll sort of overlap where the old paneling was, but I'm trying to make it up. One thing I made an error on is I should have used a pencil. I used a pen originally, but I'm okay because it's in the right spot. So I'm just going to start cutting the one section out, and then at least I can make a template for how far I need to go. And then when I cut the other section out, that can be my other template for where I need to go. So it might be hard to see, but along this edge, they have caulk. So I'm gonna have to cut that. And I know this looks really bad so far, just of the water damage, but I'll cut that caulk that way. I can start pulling this off. I bought some white strips just in case I need to put an extra trim piece in here. I don't know if I will or not. We'll see how things are going. So I have two different saws that I'm going to try. This one, it rotates back and forth, and then this one obviously is just a very small circular saw. So hopefully I can use that because that will be a little bit more precise and easier to use, where this can sort of jump around at times. But we'll see what works best. So what I plan on doing anyway after I cut these out is I've got some trim pieces that I'm going to use to cover over these areas that are cut. So that's what my thought is later on. So I'm putting some blue painter's tape up here because it doesn't seem to just like slide right out. So I might have to cut that section out and then sort of pull whatever paneling is behind there out if I can slide it back in. But that's what I'm doing there. Okay, it doesn't look pretty, but I got that cut out, so I'm just going to start pulling this down so that I can see what I've got. So this is what I got so far, and now I need to replace this board. This is just glue that was holding the paneling on, so it really doesn't look horrible. Nothing's wet, so we should be okay. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. I got it all cut out. I took some of the insulation out, and I'm just going to replace that. And it doesn't look that bad. I think that all these other areas are okay. I don't feel any soft spots really. So I'm gonna go from here. So I can't tell if you can see this or not, but I basically used a pencil and outlined areas where I need to be. You might be able to see them. I can see them on the camera. So that way I'll have a template for what I'm doing. So now I'm going to build a frame around this area as best as I can. So the way I'm going to tie into here is I'm going to use an angle bracket to get into this board here. And that way I'll have something to use. And then bring some wood over here so that I've at least got stuff to tie to for when I put the other panel up and the little trim. Well, I thought this was pretty ingenious of myself, so I put a corner brace back there to tie it into there, and then I sort of bent one of these other braces. Then over here I just went through with a really long screw into that piece of wood. And don't be concerned about the blackness on that. It's the leftover paneling I got to get off. Okay, this is where the adventure really begins. Cutting out the template. So I got part of it done, but here we go. So I got part of the angle done. Now I just need to cut this center section out. So I'm using the Dremel Sawmax on this part. I used the other for the top section. This just, it's pretty quick, and you can adjust it a lot easier, and it's not a big saw. I guess I'm just blessed with a lot of different tools, but I buy them for different reasons. So that one, angle one, I've used before, like to get underneath door jambs to put flooring or whatever. So I use that to actually cut out the old paneling. But this, I'm using this tool because I can just take it outside. So that's where I am right now. Well, it's in. I know it doesn't look pretty right now. I'll get there. Just hold on. So that turned out pretty good. I just need to get the rest of the skylight in, the adapter, and then I can start putting trim on. I guess one thing I have to say is it's a 2010 camper. This will do. It doesn't look fantastic and brand new like everything else, but it matches fairly well. and it'd be a lot of work to take the whole thing out. So I think this will do, and at least protects the area again. So I'm okay with it. Some others might not be, but it's just an idea for people to have if they want to do this, of knowing what they're getting into. Well, we got the main part in. Might have to caulk around a little bit of it, but that part is in and onto the trim, and I need to sort of figure out how I'm going to do the trim, because I got some angles, so I probably will need to get my miter saw. Have you ever had one of those moments where you're glad your wife's not around? Because I've got quite a mess, so, but maybe if she watches this video, she'll see it. So I put some towels down, but I got some cleaning to do. Okay, well, I'm back at it, and yes, I did a wardrobe change. Like Vanna White. Anyway, I had to go, and I was going to get my miter saw and put up the trim that I had bought. It really wasn't that expensive. It was like $5. Then I sat there and thought about the adhesive rubber tape that you can use around bathtubs and stuff, and I had some at home, but then I thought, well, maybe they've got some that's a little wider, so I used that. I don't think it looks too bad, and it at least seals it up. It makes it a little bit easier to put up, because you could cut the stuff, and so I tried that. I maybe people will think that I, as my wife would say, homered it. Sort of, not really. I just thought with some of the cuts it was going to be very difficult to get it to work. So sorry, I'm just pushing some up. So I'll show you what the finished project looked like. So here it is, where I just used these adhesive strips that I think I need to fix a little bit, but and I cut a little bit into that, but I can paint over that. But at least it gives it a transition. That over there I'm not horribly loving, but it's okay for now. I'll rethink that. Maybe just take it, I don't know. But, and then I put some smaller stuff down there, because I needed a caulk down there, so I thought, well, I've got some, I'll just do that. So that's the finished project. So I hope that you enjoyed this one. It was quite a bit trickier than I thought. Obviously, I can totally redo the whole thing if I need to, but it's an older camper, and I just needed that one section fixed, and it's not like we paid $75,000 for the thing. So I think this will do the trick. It definitely fixed the problem we had, and I probably secured it a little bit better in some areas. So that's what it is. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to all the subscribers. If you're watching and you're not a subscriber, please click the subscribe button, and you'll get notifications when I do new projects, whether you want to watch them or not. But I hope it was helpful, and I thank you for all of your views. And not that I'm a huge YouTuber yet. That's what I'm keeping my mind in. I'm going to get there one day. But I enjoy doing them. I love the fact that people watch them, so it makes it fun. And if you got any comments or whatever, you can leave comments, and I reply to them. So thanks for watching again, and stay cool. It's hot in here in Ohio, so I'm sure it's hot someplace else. And take care. Bye-bye.